I, right now, am in entertainment heaven because I am surrounded by two lovely women who are quite accomplished in many places. Zen Sams joins Consuelo Vanderbilt Costin and I. And Zen, you're here with us every Wednesday. And you're a key contributor on Women Wednesday. And because you've been in the Hollywood scene, and you're a mom, you're a mentor, you're a philanthropist, all that great stuff. But you've been through the whole model and casting couch, you know it.
I sure have.
And you've been keeping us up to speed on Harvey Weinstein. Now, finally, 2 out of the 5 counts. He faces anywhere 5 to 25 years in prison. Break it all down for us. What's happening here?
So Harvey Weinstein, without a doubt, is a monster, was a monster, and will always be a monster. It took 7 months to take him down, and 2 key women, Jessica Mann and Mimi Haley, changed the course of history. What they proved to us is that the Me Too movement absolutely counts. And the days of impunity are over. The message that they sent, and it was a very strong message, was that women no longer are silenced. We have a voice, and men like Harvey Weinstein are paying the consequences. So for me, this was a huge victory, not so much because of revenge, but because of the message it sent. And I'm so thankful to Jessica Mann and Mimi Haley for standing up, putting everything at risk, as well as the other 4 women. There was a lot of women that took him down. But the testimony of these 2 women, Jessica Mann and Mimi Haley, took down Harvey Weinstein. And this is quite remarkable because, John and Consuelo, as you both know, there was very little physical evidence here. Yeah. And the fact that the voice of 2 strong women, along with the support that they had, were able to take Harvey Weinstein down, for me, was a huge step in the right direction. We have miles to go, many, many miles to go, but this is a step in the right direction.
So you really do feel that justice was served?
I feel like justice was served on many levels, and he also has 4 more counts to face in Los Angeles. Yeah. So right now, this Harvey Weinstein trial literally put the world on hold. Now we're reviewing all of this, and we're looking at Harvey Weinstein, and still to this minute, he's claiming he's innocent. The only thing this man was able to say on national television was, "I can't believe it. I'm innocent. I'm innocent." Oh, come on. You are so not innocent. You are a monster, and you know this, and you've known this forever. If you were innocent, why would you have hired Kroll and Black Cube, 2 intelligence agencies run by former Mossad, to silence these women? Why?
Well,
so guess what? You were not innocent from the beginning up until the very end.
Not so cool, so I don't get to hang out on the Hollywood scene like you guys. But Consuelo, you were just out in Hollywood and kind of out on that whole jet set in London Fashion Week. Was this on anybody's radar out there? People watching this closely as a validator for the Me Too movement?
It's on everybody's radar. It really is. And I don't know if you just saw today that Duffy just came out, and actually she was raped and she was held hostage for 3 days, and it changed the course of her entire career. Oh my God. And I think that the Harvey Weinstein and the Me Too movement and women finally being able to actually feel kind of free enough to be able to speak out and to feel safe enough in this environment, I think is so huge.
It's huge.
So I do believe we're in such a pivotal moment right now, but watching like Harvey Weinstein yesterday leaving the courtroom and going into, being taken away
straight
was just
to Rikers, baby.
Well,
yeah, but then he didn't go to Rikers.
No, he's not going.
He was hospitalized.
To Bellevue.
Yeah.
Oh, to a medical unit?
Where, I gotta tell you, you guys hang out in Hollywood, I hang out in Staten Island.
It's like
if you live in Staten Island and you got a vowel at the end of your name and you get convicted, you're going to Rikers on the express bus. You're not going to Bellevue with anxiety. So
well,
there's still a little favorable treatment going on here.
And the only reason he went to Bellevue and not Rikers is because Donna Rotuno, the Rottweiler of an attorney that she is, till the very last minute was holding on for dear life. She made a last-minute plea to the judge to set him free on bail. What?
Well,
Donna,
sometimes they give bail, pending appeal. He doesn't have appeal yet.
Oh, he has a crutch. He's sick. Maybe. Okay. But you know what? At the end of the day, after Bellevue, he might be going straight to Rikers.
It's like Monopoly on this one. To me,
done.
this is like
7 straight
Monopoly.
Ruthless,
Do not pass
dead.
go. Do not collect $200.
Okay.
Go directly to jail. That's the way I see it. It's like a Monopoly.
You didn't have
game.
one moment of feeling a little bit. I'm sorry. I had
no.
Well, listen. For what the Weinstein Company has done and the content that they've created, I'm just saying.
Okay.
That's the one area that I just look at as a Hollywood icon and the content of what they've done. That's the only thing that I just feels such shame and just such sabotage that you did. You came up with something extraordinary, and look, that's what ended.
And you've tarnished all the wonderful movies
things you did.
made.
That's
I get
what
it.
I'm saying.
But here's the deal.
Yeah.
Hollywood is still a man's world. The power behind the power.
I feel like I'm in a woman's world right now. I don't know about you guys,
but John, that's because you love women. You know,
that's
you
support women.
I love all God's people.
That's because he came from a really good mom who taught him that the value of women was extremely important. I saw your interview on Dr. Robbie Ludwig Talking Live.
Well, I have a father too, you know.
Yeah, but your mom
quite the dad.
was quite integral, and you made that a huge point. And on Women's Wednesday, we're going to talk about all the wonderful women that you've supported.
No, well, we are. And I'm sorry to interrupt, but Mom is watching every single day. And yes, Mom, we're still on Broadway. Thank you.
Hi, Mom.
But I just want to point out, before we wrap this up, guys, I just want to bring this up. Every so often, we're lucky enough to have Alan Dershowitz on here. He's a world-renowned attorney. He represented the president. He represented, many people, many different walks of life. But his book is Guilt by Accusation, right? And does this kind of intensify that for men, that just the accusation itself makes you almost guilty now because of Harvey?
I agree. And also, I just have to say, I think for young men growing up, I think it's a really scary time because I don't think that people actually know the boundaries. It's physical space. It's like, can you kiss? Is that okay? Can you hug? Is that okay? Like, it's frightening being on a date. And I don't know how we're going to be able to work through that. And also, it's like, how can women maintain being feminine, but also being strong? How can men also be men and be romantic and all the rest of it? I'm sorry, there's a lot.
Are there any tips you can give me? When can you kiss? When is that allowed?
Yeah,
you have to ask permission.
Let's break it down. Like, okay, here we go.
All right, hey, by the way, I don't want to ruin the moment or anything, but would you mind if I kiss you right now?
Yeah.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
Well, you know what? If you said that, no woman would ever get offended, John. If you actually asked a woman, do you mind if I just give you a nice kiss on the cheek or whatever, no one would ever say no.
Really?
But the bottom line is that I think a woman, from a woman's perspective, is everything in moderation. Treat us the way you want to be treated from a man's perspective. Give us...
Really?
Yes! Wait, you know what?
Okay.
Absolutely.
Nodding head.
Broadens the field a bit.
Listen, I don't need my car door opened. I don't need my car door open. I don't need roses every day. I just need the same respect that you would give a man, and that's pretty much it. Men to men, women to women. It's about respect. It's about mutual understanding.
I agree with you.
It's about boundaries, and it's about balance. And that's what we're looking for today. And a big shout out to Ronan Farrow, by the way, who literally, his chronicles in the New York Times, 2017, Ronan's chronicles helped take down Harvey Weinstein to the point where the New Yorker won a Pulitzer Prize for the articles that he published in 2017 for public service. So thank you, Ronan, for your amazing work in bringing down Harvey Weinstein. Without you, none of this would have been possible. You and all the 6 wonderful women that helped us get to the point of where we are today. Thank you.
So what happens now in Hollywood? Okay, you mentioned before these guys, Harvey Weinstein individually is a scoundrel, but the Weinstein companies created some great content and stuff. What happens now in Hollywood?
To reestablish.
What about all those great people that got marred in this? Are they doing new things? Are they blackballed? Yeah, let us know.
Here we go. So we have Bob Weinstein and David Glasner, who were both heads of Weinstein Company at the time, both of whom have been refunded. So just so we're on the same page, there were no casualties. Harvey Weinstein went down. The Weinstein Company folded, but the key players, David Glasner, who got refunded $300 million or so by Ron Burkle, and Bob Weinstein, who has now resurfaced and is pretty popular on the festival circuit. What did this prove? That Hollywood is still a man's world. These men were collateral damage, as you would have thought, but you know what? They rose to the occasion, and now they're doing their thing again with funding and companies and tons of media and funds at their disposal. So what does that tell you? That tells you that At the end of the day, Hollywood is still a man's world, and Harvey Weinstein paved the way, but we still have many more miles to go.
I had a clinical psychologist on earlier in the week who has seen some different prisoners at the correctional facility here. And I was just wondering if maybe the best thing we could do here is put Harvey Weinstein in the exact same cell they had Jeffrey Epstein in. And maybe the Epstein-Weinstein connection.
Wrong.
No.
And so
John, that was the best thing you've said all day.
Listen.
Give me five for that one.
This is when we pull back just a wee bit, just taking it to
Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Just one. Got the right idea.
No.
Chloe's trying to pull him back here, but he's got the right idea.
All right. As you may notice, we had a little change up in the set today. We're using the couch a little. And the reason the couch is here is because Consuelo is, she's being my personal shrink, actually, after the show. She's trying to keep me a little more calm and controlled. So
how am I doing?
I think
what are we
you're
feeling?
doing great.
You're doing fabulous, by the way. You're keeping up with John.
Go to the two-shot on Consuelo and Zen, and you have to ask me how we're doing. If we have that, if we have that, then what else? I'll just sit here and read off
We
the
survived
teleprompter.
Women Wednesday. Consuelo's doing a great job. And John, that last comment, Epstein cell, Harvey, Epstein cell.
I made it. Somehow I made it through another segment with Zen, and now she's got a partner in crime in here.
Oh my God.
Frankie's going to start colluding with these two. It's going to be an all-out assault on John. But ladies, thank you very much.
Thank
Consuelo's
you.
going to stay with us.
Thank
Zen,
you.
you're the best. So are you for sticking with us through hour 2, but don't go nowhere. While we're breezing through hour 2, a lot more Liquid Lunch coming at you right after this.